Welcome to Grappler News, where we dive into the thrilling world of gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu and all things grappling arts. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen, and today we're kicking off with a story that's sending shockwaves through the combat sports community. So let's get into the groove and let me lay it down smooth. The Craig Jones Invitational, it's making waves. With $2.5 million in prizes, it's the talk of the day. Proving jiu-jitsu doesn't need the UFC, grapplers are thriving, living their dreams financially free. Luke Griffith, Diego Pato, a rear naked choke, Felipe Pena with an armbar, the crowd awoke. Giancarlo Bodoni, Ronaldo Jr., an armbar displayed, Victor Hugo's Katagatame, 2 victories made. $250,000 in bonuses for submissions, and UFC's payouts can't reach these conditions. And every competitor walked away with $10,000, and matching UFC starter pay, it's a new brand. Controversy sparked, the finals were intense, $1 million more to New Wave, dollars well spent. Female 4-person bracket, $100,000 to the winner. In the world of grappling, this is a game changer. Mixed martial arts once seemed the path to gold, but the financial landscape is shifting, behold. Seminars, lessons, instructional vids galore, BJJ offers revenue streams that MMA can't ignore. UFC's pay-per-view model's losing its hold, and broadcast rights moving, managers seeking control. And Google Trends tells a tale, UFC BJJ can't compete, and with Craig Jones Invitational, it's grappling elite. The community's spoken, they've chosen their stage, BJJ's cultural impact, it's all the rage. Financial struggles in UFC, they're no surprise, Tim Elliott, Charles Jourdain, their stories arise. Chase Hopper's paycheck dwindles away, and taxes, fees, training costs, they slay. NMMA's toll on health, it's a heavy price. NBJ Penn, Rickson Gracie, a sobering slice. But BJJ, it stands apart from the rest. No head trauma here, it's simply the best. NCJI's $2 million isn't just cash. It's a shift in economics, a grappling bash. So, young athletes, the choice is clear. In grappling's the path without the fear. The UFC empire may be grand, but BJJ's the future, the community's demand. The Craig Jones Invitational 2, which took place in Las Vegas, Nevada, on August 30th and 31st, 2025, left the grappling community buzzing with excitement and controversy. As the dust settles, let's dive into the 5 biggest takeaways from this thrilling event. First up, the ongoing rivalry between the B Team and Team New Wave, which has roots in the infamous Danaher Death Squad split, reached a new level of intensity. These 2 squads, both based in Austin, Texas, faced off in the team final. Despite neither team securing a submission victory, the judges' scorecards were tied, leading to a tiebreaker determined by the final team to win a match. According to the agreed-upon rules, the B Team claimed the victory, sparking debate among fans. Many felt Team New Wave deserved the win since they had secured more individual match victories. In a surprising twist, tournament organizer Craig Jones announced that both teams would be awarded $1 million each, adding another layer to this storied rivalry. While the tension between the teams seems to be fading, especially as Gordon Ryan continues his social media tirades against his brother's team, the shared city space ensures that this rivalry, though quieter, will persist. Next, let's talk about the rising stars, Helena Cravar and Sarah Galvao. Their showdown at CJI2 was nothing short of exhilarating. Cravar, utilizing her aggressive submission style, clinched victory with a stunning Aoki lock against Galvao in the final of the 4-woman $100,000 bracket. This wasn't their first encounter. A previous match at the 2025 International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation PANS saw Galvao win on points. Their rivalry is just beginning, and both young phenoms are proving they're the future of the sport. Galvao's earlier win over Ana Carolina Vieira, the reigning ADCC champion, solidified her elite status. Fans can expect many more thrilling encounters between these two in both GI and no-gi competitions. Money talks, and CJI2 was no exception. The first day saw few submissions, with athletes playing it safe. In a bid to encourage more aggressive grappling, Craig Jones introduced a $50,000 bonus for any submission during the team competition. This financial incentive had an immediate impact, with athletes like Luke Griffith, Felipe Pina, and Victor Hugo displaying a heightened urgency to finish their matches. This move highlights the importance of financial incentives in motivating athletes, a lesson other promotions might want to consider. Size matters in grappling, and CJI-2 reinforced this age-old truth. The event showcased the advantage larger athletes often have, with half of the total submissions in the team event coming from a grappler at least 2 weight classes above their opponent. Nick Rodriguez's rear-naked choke victory over the much larger Brandon Reed was a rare exception. The narrative of a smaller athlete defeating a larger one remains compelling, but CJI-2 demonstrated that size often plays a crucial role in these outcomes. Finally, while CJI-1 set a high bar as a breakout moment for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, CJI-2 didn't quite capture the same magic. Despite the unique format and anticipation, the event faced criticism for its lengthy matches, late airtime, and unclear rules. Ticket sales fell short of expectations, forcing Jones to sell streaming rights to Flow Grappling to cover costs. However, the event's massive online viewership and the historic performances from athletes like Sarah Galvao and Helena Cravar suggest that while CJI-2 wasn't the breakout moment many hoped for, it still contributed positively to the sport's growth. The dual $1 million payouts to the top teams will likely have a lasting impact, potentially setting a precedent for future events. Now let's shift gears to another headline-grabbing moment from the IBJJF Master Worlds in Las Vegas. The mats witnessed a drama that quickly went viral, involving none other than John Shrek McPhee. Yes, you might recognize the name. He's a former guest on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast and a veteran who's faced some controversy off the mats. But this weekend, it was his on-the-mat antics that had everyone talking. During his second-round match in the Masters division, McPhee found himself on the receiving end of a disqualification that left many scratching their heads. According to McPhee, he was dominating the match, potentially racking up as many as 12 points with a strong mount position. The controversy arose when his opponent tried to pull off some defensive maneuvers from guard. McPhee described the sequence, saying, "Guy kind of got pulled guard, tried for a triangle, tried for a crappy armbar, and then I kind of stood up with the armbar because he didn't have nothing, and he let go." What happened next was the spark that lit up social media. As McPhee pushed his opponent's knees to his chest and slid down with him, the referee called a disqualification for what they deemed a slam. McPhee, however, insisted he did nothing more than let his opponent slide off his arm. Video footage of the incident spread like wildfire, with many in the jiu-jitsu community rallying to McPhee's defense. Even Joe Rogan chimed in, asserting, "That was not a slam," and his comment garnered over 2,400 likes. High-profile figures like UFC veteran Chris Weidman echoed the sentiment, calling the decision BS, with many black belts and seasoned competitors sharing their own frustrating experiences with questionable disqualifications. One commentator who claimed to have one of the best seats in the house provided a detailed analysis, explaining how the opponent opened his guard and started to fall. You just went with him. He decided to audition for an acting role right after, which was pretty funny. The jiu-jitsu community voiced a collective frustration, urging referees to stop penalizing competitors for what many see as strategic flopping. Despite the setback, McPhee took the decision in stride, maintaining a positive outlook. "Hey, I would say this, I had a great time today," he reflected. "Look, that guy was just better. He played the game better, my hat's off to him, but I'm going to learn how to play this game myself." His graciousness in the face of controversy earned him praise, with observers commending his sportsmanship and resilience. The incident comes at a challenging time for McPhee, who's been under scrutiny regarding his military service record. Yet, on the mats in Las Vegas, it was his athletic prowess and sportsmanship that took center stage, even if the match ended in a way no one anticipated. As we wrap up today's episode, it's clear that the world of grappling never ceases to surprise and entertain us. From the financial shifts in jiu-jitsu to the controversies on the mats, there's always something brewing in this dynamic sport. And remember, folks, why don't jiu-jitsu practitioners do well in math class? Because they hate division. Until next time, Keep rolling and stay tuned for more Grappler news.